Hello, we were listening to the punk rock demonstration. You just heard She by the legendary Swagger. We're out here doing the first interview after this official pandemic has ended, according to the authorities. We've got a whole bunch of bands that we're interviewing today over at Alex's Bar in Long Beach. I'm Jack. My website is punkrockdemo.com. So let's introduce everyone. What's your name and what do you do in the band?
I am Dino Everett, and I play bass in both the legendary Swagger and the Streetwalkin Cheetahs.
I'm Frank Meyer. I sing and play guitar in the Streetwalkin Cheetahs.
I am Jeff Yaden. I sing and play saxophone in Legendary Swagger, and I play saxophone for the Streetwalkin Cheetahs.
I'm Brian Coakley, and I play guitar and sing for the Antivirals.
Got a whole collection of bands today, and hopefully my recording equipment is working because we haven't used it for like 2-3 years, and this is the first interview in a long time. So we'll find out. But anyway, so legendary Swagger, how does the name legendary come into this legendary Swagger?
Jeff has a big ego.
Yes, I have a huge ego. So I like to pretend that I am legendary, but truth of the matter is I was sitting in a bar in Long Beach called the V Room, and I heard Boom Swagger by the Murder City Devils come on, and I thought, Swagger, that's a fucking great name. I love that name. And so I went to be Swagger, and everything was Swagger labeled and everything else, and then I found some shitty kid band in Huntington Beach called Swagger, and I was like, God damn it. They were like 19, so I'm like, well, I was whatever how old I was, 30 at the time, and I'm like, well, I'm legendary because I'm old, so we became the legendary Swagger. So if you see us live, you will know why we were legendary, but that is the true story behind the legendary Swagger.
So how long has legendary Swagger been around then?
Good Lord. What is this, 2022? So a long time, longer than I care to point out, like 20 years maybe? 20 years, let's call it 20 years.
That is a long time.
It's a long time, yeah, trust me.
Now I can see why it's called legendary.
Exactly.
So we started off with a song called She by legendary Swagger. What is that song all about?
That was actually, it was kind of an interesting thing because it was the first song that our then drummer brought into the band. And honestly, when I first heard it, I hated it. And I didn't want to continue working with it. But Dino was the one who said, dude, it's a good song. You know, let's work on it. And I was like, all right. So we worked on it, and and it actually became the first single off the record. So clearly, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but Dino does, thankfully, because he got me to keep going on it. So
I like it when bands have strong opinions about certain songs.
Yeah.
It's hard to find bands that are like, you know what, this song is good, let's roll with that one.
Yeah.
They're always like, let's leave it to the record label or whatever, and they usually pick and...
Well, thankfully, I've been in the Streetwalkin Cheetahs for 27 years, so I learned a lot in that band that I've now been able to pass along to my buddy Jeff.
It just was driving me crazy. I'm like, it's not us. Like, our stuff's always faster, our stuff's always harder, and like that song was it's kind of soft and like weird, and I wasn't super comfortable with it. But everyone's like, no, it's good. I was in the minority when I said I don't like that song, and everyone else was like, no, it's great. I'm like, fuck, okay, I should probably listen to these guys.
You should hear the songs that Jeff really likes. I mean,
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to hear that one, considering the facial expressions that we can't see. But anyway, so we've got all three bands here, Antivirals, Legendary Swagger, and Streetwalkin Cheetahs. So there's a particular reason why we're doing this interview with all three bands at the same time. Can anyone explain a little bit of the history behind how all of the band members are affiliated with every other band?
Frank was saying earlier that it's all very incestuous, like whether you're in Hollywood or Los Angeles or Orange County or Long Beach or something, like-minded people gravitate towards each other, and then everybody winds up, you have the band that you're playing in, but then you have other ideas, and so you go off and you make another band, and you borrow musicians from the other existing bands and stuff, and so people just bounce around and play in each other's bands.
Does that make the sound unique in any way, or is it like the same kind of sound, or what do you think?
Well, Frank writes songs differently than Brian does, and I write songs differently than both of them. So I think all three of our bands are very different sounding overall, but there's a common thread amongst them, which is the angst and the anger and the whatever else that we're portraying. And so you see that in kinship, and you go, okay, these guys obviously know what the hell they're doing, and it's super fun to play with them. But at the same time, when you're writing something, you might not have that same energy that they have. So I think there's, it's real easy to grab Brian or Frank or Dino and say like, oh, let's do something together. and if someone else is writing the music or primarily responsible for the music, that comes out pretty different.
So it sounds like it's mixing different ingredients together, and depending on what you mix together, it sounds different.
I mean, all three of our bands are very different, but the same kind of in the vein, but different vibe definitely between them.
Yeah, all food has salt in it, but if you're eating Mexican food, Chinese food, Indian food, it's going to taste different. It's all got salt, and in some ways it's weird because this dude ends up being the salt with the saxophone in a lot of our stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll accent a song. If you need saxophone, there's one guy you're going to call. It's like Jeff.
That's why it's fun, because I get to fucking play with everybody, and I love that shit.
Speaking of saxophone, I noticed that you've got the saxophone going on, the saxophone solos, and since you're the vocalist, you can't be singing and playing the saxophone at the same time. How does that integrate with the band, or how did you integrate the saxophone with the band?
My primary concern is not to pass out during a show, because I run out of breath very quickly. But it's mostly, I don't know, like I played saxophone and I was sneaking out to punk rock shows when I was a kid, but playing in jazz bands, and I never understood how they could go together until I heard the Stooges. And that was when I was like, oh fuck, I could play saxophone in punk rock bands. And then I heard Hanoi Rocks and I was like, oh shit, I could play and sing in bands. And actually, the first time I was ever in a band, I was doing the least amount of, or the first time I was ever singer in a band, they made me the singer because I was doing the least amount of work. Like guitar players were playing, bass players were playing, drummers playing, and I was just going boop, boop, boop. And they're like, you fucking get your ass to work because you're clearly doing the least amount of stuff here. So I became the singer. Yeah, quit standing around and fucking sing.
So it sounds like the Streetwalkin Cheetahs are going on next, and is there enough time to continue, or should we play a song?
Yeah, we got a few more minutes.
Okay, well, since Brian was last talking with the antivirals, and we haven't talked much about the antivirals yet, how did you come up with the name Antivirals?
Well, it was a band that was kind of born out of the pandemic, truthfully. I've been playing with Frank in a band called Blind House, and Jeff's in a band with me that plays like one show a year called Wax Apples, and we've been playing, I don't know, when was the first time you played with us? Like over 10
probably, yeah,
years
10
ago,
plus
a long
years
time
ago.
ago. But during the pandemic, I just started getting pissed off. I mean, I seriously just, some like rage just boiled up in me that it just had to come out, and the way to let it out, I'd been doing some recording sessions with Frank where we would we did that thing, what was it, Flatten the Curve, or Flatten the Curve with Eddie Spaghetti and all these rock stars, and Frank was like really instrumental in putting that whole track together. But it was like there was a system of like, here's the song, record to it, send the file to, and then it was compiled by, what was it, Bruce Duff compiled it, right, and Frank, and that just opened my eyes like, oh shit, you know what, I got all this fucking shit too, I can do this at home too. So I made an album at home, and then the Antivirals was just born, and did the same thing, shared files with Frank, and Frank's all over the album. I mean, it's crazy. It's basically me and Frank, and the bass player from the infamous Stiffs plays bass on a bunch of it. So, and they're playing tonight too. That's how incestuous it really is. There's more. It goes deeper.
And the bass player of infamous Stiffs was originally the bass player of Swagger.
Swagger, yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking, it's ridiculous.
Oh, and the drummer of infamous Stiffs was in a band with me called the Cadillac Tramps for decades. It's just ridiculous. Stupid how incestuous it really is.
I think we know the real meaning about, or behind the name Antivirals now with all this intermingling of bands.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's play a song by the Antivirals. Let's play Brainwashed. Is there a little history behind that song?
It's, you know what, I hear all the people that are like internet researchers and conspiracy theory people and shit, and the fact of the matter is that they're getting their information from God knows where. They have no idea. It's not vetted. It's information that just comes down the internet.
It's totally flat.
Earth is flat. And I'm like, for all you know, there's a Russian spy bot guy just sitting back typing up all this fucking bullshit, and then he puts it out on these blogs, and the blogosphere just takes it, So it's like you've been brainwashed by a Russian spy bot. That's what the song's about.
Very cool. So let's take a listen to that song. It's called Brainwashed by Antivirals. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration. We're out here with Antivirals, Legendary Swagger, and Streetwalkin Cheetahs. For some reason, that band is just really hard for me to spit out.
Look at my shirt.
Look at the shirt. Yeah, it's right there.
So let's take a listen to that song, and then we'll be back.
anyone to help, just you and me. I'd swim 1,000 miles with my broken bones, take you to an island and build you a home. And we would face the enemy side by side. I'd take the first shot, be the first in line, so you could lay a sword in the bad man's heart. You've always been a treasure right from the start. We are, we are, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are, we are, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Go to any Walmart, you'll see the light. You'll see proof that Diva was right. Sick and soft without any fight. De-evolution, society's plight. The salt of the earth ain't what you think. Stupid and lazy and right on the brink. The meek and its set will inherit the earth. You're taught to be fools from the time of your birth. You squandered solutions that science would bring. It's de-evolution, now you feel the sting. You want revolution, but let me be clear. You should revolt on the man in the mirror. Solutions that science can bring. It's the evolution, now you feel the sting. You want revolution, but let's all be clear. You should be reforming the man in the mirror. Go to any Walmart, you'll see the light. You'll see the proof that Devo was right. Sick and soft without any fight. De-evolution, society's plight.
background shows our faith. The Union Jack's blue represents freedom. The white star's got our states. Identified, our constitution, a promise to the grave. Stand strong, a symbol of our freedom. Forever may she wave. Red, white, and yellow. A white star's back with blue. Red, white, and yellow. A white star's back with blue. Red, white, and yellow. A white star's back with blue. Red, white, and yellow. A white star's back with blue. You wanna break free of the chains that bind you. Forget your regrets and leave the past behind you. If you ever wanna know true love, my friend, you hold on tight to the bitter end. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. Never thought you'd be the one to take me down. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. Never thought you'd be the one. End up being no room to grow. You got so much hatred you can't let go. Just walk away and cut your loss. So the price you pay and the life you cost. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. Never thought you'd be the one to take me down. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. I never thought you'd be the one. Walk away and cut your loss. The price you pay, the life you cost. Too much anger, no room to grow. 'Cause you gotta let it go. Trusting you was not an issue. I knew you had my back. And for every question you had an answer. And I never thought that you'd attack. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down. Never thought you'd be the one to take me down. I never thought you'd be the one to take me down.
That was some Greg and Tista on the Lonely Streets there with Lonesome Casualty, and then we heard some Firecracker 500 with Red, White, and You, because last week was July 4th and I forgot to play that song, and that one just so happens to match the July 4th theme, so we're a little late. Oh well, wasn't very much into those holidays anyways, even though it is Independence Day and all. Oh well, there you go, and we heard some High End with One Day at a Time before Firecracker 500, since we talked about the High End in that marathon interview, with all those bands, Legendary Swagger, Antiviral, Streetwalkin, Cheetahs, and unfortunately we didn't interview Infamous Stiffs because we found out that they had like some interrelationship. Maybe next time. We did do that interview while the Infamous Stiffs were playing, so I guess couldn't have done it anyways, although we could have made it work if we really needed to. Guess it wasn't needed that badly. We're going to play some Change Today with I Am, and we'll listen to the interview we did with Joe Wood right after that.